Hello, my YouTube world. Johnny Mo, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Just checking in with you. Like doing these live videos better than doing these other videos. Just checking in, seeing what's up. How's everyone doing? Um, I have to say I have not finished my leaf cleanups. I have not finished them. Um, it stinks. I don't know if I'm gonna. What's up, my man? I don't know if I'm gonna finish my leaf cleanups. Uh, I don't know how. The lawns are unserviceable. I'm getting phone calls. I don't. I have 11 messages on my answer machine. Do you do any? Yeah, I do. I was just saying I have not finished my leaf cleanups, and it sucks. I've been doing. I did two on Monday, and then I did snow on Tuesday, and it's getting ready to snow now. I'm waiting for it to snow. I'm all packed up and ready to go. Oh, thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. Um, I'm waiting for it to snow. I'm all packed up and ready to go. Same here in Ontario, frozen up. Yeah, man, it just I redid my salt. I have 4 or 5 pallets. Oh, you're probably getting the snow that's coming our way. It's right on the border. You're probably getting that snow. How was that snow? Was it a good snow, bad snow? What was it like? We're supposed to get like 1 to 2. I just salted so far. I've only plowed once, but last month in November I did more. I did more snow removal than I did leaf cleanups. Fluffy light. I'll take fluffy light. I don't care. I'm starting to see more and more videos of the two backpacks being compared. Stihl 800 and the Echo 8010. I had them side by side against each other on Monday, and to be honest with you, um, I think it's the Stihl 800 for me. I really do. I think it's the Stihl 800 for me. That handle is just too uncomfortable for me. It's too stiff, even when you have it locked forward. It's comfortable other than that handle, and I do like the power of it. I believe it is more powerful than the Stihl 800, but I just think the Stihl 800, when you're in shrubs and you can shorten that tube and bring it in, man, that makes a world of difference. Yeah, you want that, Campy? I'll sell it to you. Yeah, I've worked in December a few times, but this December, it's pretty bad. I don't know if I can. I got like 28, 26 left to do. I'm not sure I'm going to get to them. And I don't know how. That's the problem. Unless I go old school. Unless I go old school and go with the rake and tarp, blow them in a pile and tarp them up and haul them out that way. But now my truck's truly converted over to salt and plowing. I just take the salt spreader off, leave the plow on, and I take the blowers and go. So I can't even hold that much on my truck anymore. So this is the worst. I've never put my equipment away like this. You know, it's just sitting in the trailer. I haven't done anything to it. I haven't stored the gas. I haven't done nothing. So I don't really know what to do here. I'm gonna have to call it quits, though. I mean, I can't keep going back and forth between snow. Yep. Uh, it's going well. Other than I can't get going. Other than I can't get the leaf cleanups. Usually I have the equipment put away by now. I've got the gas treated or completely run out. I mean, this year it's just set up to go as if I could pull out now. The only problem is I can't get the trailer out of my lawn now. Now that it's in the lawn, to back up to try to get it is just impossible. Oh yeah, I came home to 9 messages between Saturday today. Um, yeah, I have 11 messages right now on my machine, and I had 9 over the weekend. You know, I think it was a nice Sunday. It was a pretty decent day Sunday. In fact, it was 60 degrees. but the wind was blowing, and the lawns are trashed with water. I mean, you sink in them when you walk. Your feet are leaving black marks through them. We've gotten so much rain. If you were to do it again, would you get a 2500 or 3500 class truck for what you do, lawn and snow? 2500 is where I'd go. 3500, unless you really need it. 3500 dump truck maybe, I might do that. But 2500, it's too versatile. 2500. What I would do is I get a 2500, go to a spring place, have a couple springs added to it. Oh, I told everyone I got the Ferris 3000, 3200. I got the 3200. Campy, what do you? Oh, John Frew at gmail.com. JOHNFRUE at gmail.com. Yeah, he's talking about the Echo backpack. The Echo backpack is it's a nice one. I just can't get used to this little thing. I like it. I like the way it feels. I like the air on the back. I just don't like how uncomfortable it is. Can I do a truck setup for winter? Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. It's the same as every other year, though. I mean, I've done some of those. It's just a salt spreader with lights attached to the salt spreader and the same Snowway plow, and you know, there's really is nothing different. I haven't changed my operation in a while. I added an extra light to the salt spreader, though. I put another light on this side so I could see what's going on that side of the truck because I couldn't see. I only had one on one side. Since my lighting situation was bad, I had a bad ground, and it took me about a week to find it was a bad ground. I thought it was a bad switch, thought it was a bad light, but it turned out to be a bad ground. So I had to drill into my frame a new line to put that little ground in there. So the ground actually went bad. So got that fixed, and so I just ended up putting on a new light, little LED light, kind of nice, kind of. It's nice and bright back there. The last guy that talked about the salt shortage. Why is there a salt shortage? And here's a question I have for you guys. How much salt would you keep on hand? Like, I'm hearing about a salt shortage. Now, my supplier is pretty supplied up, but there's a lot of people saying there's a salt shortage. Now, I heard about the mine up in Erie that flooded, but I'm kind of curious. Like, I'm a little nervous because usually what I do is I'll buy a whole bunch at the beginning of the season, and then I kind of order what I need along the way. Now, as long as there's a supply, I'm cool. But I'm kind of a little nervous this year because I keep hearing everyone say this. There's a salt shortage, and I'm afraid what's going to happen, and this did happen to me a few years ago. In February, my salt guy ran out of salt, and I was buying salt from everywhere. Campy, I've got about 100 ton on hand. Where are you from, Campy217? Are you anywhere close to Northeast here? Come on, Campy, 100 ton. You ain't playing around, man. I'm nowhere near 100 ton, my man. The most I used was last year, and that was 25 ton. So that's the most I've ever used, and last year was an exceptional year. But I've never used 100 ton. I don't have very many lots. I have 6 commercial lots. They're only selling to major companies to bulk, but it seems mostly the import from Egypt and is brown in color. You sure it ain't sand? West Central Illinois. Yeah, we're pretty far away from each other, my man. I don't know. I do bag salt right now. Oh, you do roads. Yeah, I could see that. I do small parking lots. My biggest parking lot is 14,000 square feet. And I don't use very much salt. So I have used bulk salt over the years. I used to bucket it. I used to have about 130 buckets. I'd have it dropped in front of my house, or I'd go pick it up. I just got tired of the picking up and dumping into the buckets and then putting it into the buckets. and you always had to wait for a nice day because the white bulk would freeze. Because where I was getting at the Butler mines, they were it got wet, and then when I'd come home and drop it, it'd be a little bit moist, and it would freeze in my garage. And when it got really cold, like down to the below zero mark, which it does at times here. And then I went with the purple stuff, and that was beautiful. I had no issues with the purple stuff, but it just got too hard to get it, to store it, and all that. Peabody, that's cool. That's cool. I'll probably be doing leaves for that long. I'm just not making any ground on them. Just not making any ground on the leaves at all. They're harder. Any property I can just blow them into the woods. I've been taking the Echo 8010 and the BR 800, and I've just been switching them in and out. Okay, Campy. I just been switching them in and out. Wow, 12 to 24. That's a slam. I'd start sleeping now. More weight since so damp makes so hard to move. Yeah, it's just the blowers have worked out good. I'm impressed with both blowers. I like them. I just think the steel is just a little bit more for me. Just a little. I think it's. I don't think that the Echo is so much more dominant and more powerful that there's no place for the 800. I don't think that at all. I think the 800 is the second most powerful blower on the planet. I think the 8010, and listen, there are times when I'm blowing and it looks like the steel sometimes is just as powerful or a little bit more. Then there's other times where I'm using that Echo, I'm like, holy moly, it's just not even close. And that's indicative of they're still too close. I'm still disappointed in steel that they didn't go over the 1000 CFM. I think they wasted this engine that they've put on this blower. I think they need to redo it. I think they need to get up there to 1100. I think they should have already did it. And I'm disappointed in steel. They had to come up with a couple gimmicks, what some will call game changers. I call pain in the arse. I said arse. I don't swear. You know that. So the side start is almost like a winding thing. Like you got to wind it till you get it tight and then pull it straight out. And it does start. But it's a pain in the butt. I can start the Echo much faster. I've pulled on that thing sometimes 7, 8, 9, 10 times and couldn't get it to start. And then there's been times where it's gotten stuck. Like I go to pull it and it won't pull out. And then I let go of it and it starts by itself. It's just weird. See you, Campy. It's just weird. It's just a weird system. I'm not a fan of it at all, actually. Don't believe it, happy. I don't know what that means. Don't believe it, happy. Then there's times where, I'll get it and I'll wind it up once and then I'll bring it back in and pull it halfway and it starts. Mine probably has a few more hours than the average guy just because it's being used a lot. But I'm happy with that blower. I think it's powerful enough. Again, I wish they would have went over the 1000 CFM mark. That's the only complaint I have. And it's comfortable. It's comfortable. It's the being able to loosen that knob and collapse it. You use it way more than you think you would, especially when you're blowing out really good. I think it's a good blower. I really do. I like the 800. I would take it over the 8010 as of right now. But if I did a lot of leaves, like massive leaf cleanups, I think that they can probably get a little bit more power. Knowing Echo, they probably have a phase 2 coming out. No, I can't show you the new truck and the new mower. The mower's locked up. The truck is right outside, but my Wi-Fi Well, let's see if I can. I'm not sure if my Wi-Fi will do it. It might get a little shaky here, guys. So we're gonna go upstairs and go outside, and they want to see something. Let me see if my Wi-Fi can do it. I'm sitting in my office in the basement, so you get a first-hand look if it'll go. Let me know. Oh, it's snowing right now. Here comes. That's the Tundra. I don't know if you can see it. Here's the regular old truck. See, the trailer's in a lawn, but I can't get in the lawn because it's all soaking wet. Yeah, it's starting to snow now, guys. I don't know, guys. Can you still see? Let me know if you can still see it. Here's the salt spreader with the new lights I was talking about. There's one here. And one here. And then here's my salt supply. And the spreader. It's ready to go. It's ready to be loaded and get going. Next. My so here it is again. Has the little cap on it. It's a nice truck. 5.7.